Hey guys, Tonic here, and in this video we are going to be talking about some recurring characters in Fallout. The Fallout series is full of memorable characters in every game, and some of these characters will even pop up more than once, with familiar faces from Fallout 2 showing up in New Vegas, people from Fallout 3 showing up in Fallout 4, and even a special character who was in Fallout 1, 2, and 3.
What in the goddamn?
There are a ton of reoccurring characters in the Fallout series, but for this video I've narrowed it down to my top 5 favorites. So with that being said, let's get right into it. First up, we have one of my favorite super mutants in the Fallout series, Marcus. Marcus can be found in Fallout 2 and in Fallout New Vegas. In Fallout 2 you will find him as a sheriff, protecting the town of Broken Hills.
I'm Marcus. Helped build the place. Now I'm sheriff.
Talking with him, he will give you tons of information. He will talk about the town he created with the help of a Brotherhood of Steel knight named Jacob, and he guides you towards a quest to help fix a broken mine air purifier. But he also does have his own small side quest. In this town, people are going missing and he needs your help. After solving the mystery for him and helping out the town, you can then recruit him as your companion. In Fallout New Vegas, you can find Marcus at Jacobstown.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here.
Jacobstown was an old pre-war ski resort, and he actually named this settlement after his old friend Jacob, the Brotherhood of Steel knight who helped Marcus create the Broken Hills settlement. This small community is composed of other super mutants and Nightkin trying to live peacefully. However, Marcus is having issues with some NCR mercenaries who are trying to drive them out of the area. So Marcus will ask you to deal with the mercenaries, starting a short quest line. Sadly, unlike Fallout 2, we can't have him as a companion in Fallout New Vegas, but it's still really cool to see him return, and through some dialogue he will even mention some of his days with the Chosen One.
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
Next up, we have Madison Li. She can be found in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Now, the first time you see her is actually at the very beginning of Fallout 3. She is one of the doctors and the first character that you will see when starting a new playthrough. Later on, you will meet her during the main questline.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here?
She had worked with your father on Project Purity and will try to get it back up and running, and then throughout the questline she will wind up with the Brotherhood of Steel working on Liberty Prime. In Fallout 4 we can then find her at the Institute. She left the Capital Wasteland and traveled all the way to the Commonwealth. Now I would assume that she learned about the Institute from Zimmer back in the Capital Wasteland, but regardless you can then try to get her to come back to the Brotherhood of Steel and she will help again with rebuilding Liberty Prime.
I have some important work to do, if you'll excuse me.
Up next, we are heading back to Jacobstown in Fallout New Vegas with Dr. Henry. Dr. Henry appears in Fallout New Vegas and in Fallout 2. In the downtown area of the New California Republic, you can find him in his lab. He will say that he's working on some canine cybergenetics, and if you have a high enough science skill, you can do a side quest for him to get a robot dog follower. In Fallout New Vegas, we can find him at Jacobstown, trying to help the Nightkins with their schizophrenia.
The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure.
You can help him with his work by traveling to a nearby cave to retrieve the stealth boy. Now, he was also an Enclave member at one point and he can help out in the battle at the Hoover Dam. Lastly, because of his background in canine cybergenetics, he is the only person in the area that can transplant a new brain into Rex. At number 4, we have Arthur Maxson, the Brotherhood of Steel's leader in Fallout 4. The first time we see him is in Fallout 3 as a young Brotherhood squire wandering around the Citadel. Through dialogue, he will talk a little bit about his life.
Oh, well, you see, I am descended from the great Roger Maxson, founder of our order. I am the last of his line. They say my soul was forged from eternal steel, but I don't believe that. I'm really just a normal boy.
Moving forward into Fallout 4, he is now in command of the East Coast Brotherhood of Steel, and he wants to destroy the Institute. Now, I really like how we see him in Fallout 4. It's cool that he ended up gaining power and now leads the East Coast Brotherhood. However, I think it's really strange how old they made him look. Fallout 4 is only around 10 years after Fallout 3, and he looks at least 30 to 35 years old in Fallout 4, so maybe the stress of the wasteland and having to be a leader made him age faster. I don't really know, but it did throw me off when I first saw him. Lastly, we have Harold. This character is probably the most well-known recurring character on this list, but there is something about him that you might not have known. He appears in Fallout 1, 2, 3, and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Now, Brotherhood of Steel isn't really canon, so I won't be covering that version of him in this video. Still though, I think he's a really neat character with a good amount of lore. In Fallout 1, we find him in the hub, and he will ask you for money.
Spare change, old friend, old pal? Can you help a poor mutant down on his luck?
He was once a large trader in this area, but after his accident at the Mariposa military base, he began to mutate. This caused him to lose all of his business, as people would turn away from him due to his mutated look. In Fallout 2, we find him at Gecko.
Hello there, smooth skin. The name's Harold. I help keep this town running.
Gecko is a town built around an old pre-war power plant that has been turned into a ghoul settlement. Harold is no longer begging for money, as he actually helps run this town of ghouls. When Harold arrived here, the plant was being run dangerously, so Harold started helping out. Through the player's help, eventually the town became self-sufficient and he began traveling again, going all the way to the capital wasteland. Here the mutation continued to spread, and eventually it was getting very hard to move, so he sat down to rest, and when he tried to get back up, he realized that he was stuck in place. Then at this point he just accepted his fate and waited to die, only to find out that the nutrients from the ground are keeping him alive and stuck in place. He kept growing, and eventually the area around him would turn into a small forest. Then some people found him and started worshipping him as a god. They believed that he needed to be protected and kept secrets so that others would not harm him and take the forest. It turned into a cult, and when Harold would ask to be killed, they believed that he was testing their faith. And that is when you, the player, comes in. The cult is divided at the time you arrive, with some wanting to contain his spread for themselves, and others wanting to help promote his spread to help the rest of the wasteland. But he just wants to die, so his fate is left up to you. And now for one more character. I know this video was meant to be a top 5, but it felt wrong not to include this person on the list. This person is Sierra Petrovita, the biggest Nuka-Cola fan in the wasteland. We can find her in Fallout 3 at her Nuka-Cola museum.
Sierra Petrovita's the name. Good to see a new face in Girder Shade. I take it you're here to check out my Nuka-Cola collection and take the tour. I have one of the best Nuka-Cola collection in the capital wasteland. Heck, I've won the Nuka-Cola Fan Club Collection Award for the last 10 years in a row.
She will then give you a tour of the museum, where she shows off her collection and teaches us about the history of the company. Now in Fallout 4, we can find her in the Nuka World DLC.
Excuse me.
Nuka World! I've always dreamed of coming here, and now I finally made it! This place is amazing, don't you think?
She can give you a side quest in this DLC, and I really liked seeing her return. As soon as I saw her, I knew exactly who it was, and it was just a really cool character to bring back. But that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Now there are some more recurring characters in the Fallout series, but for this video I just wanted to keep it down to a top 5. However, if you would like to see a part 2, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I had a ton of fun making this video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. And again, that is pretty much going to be it for this one, so thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, I would like to give a massive thank you to all of the channel members: Theodore, Slappy Sauce, Cookie Monster, Fallout Fan 76, Robert Kennard, Anxiety Ranger, Esdeath93, King Kittens, Omniprotus, Terry Lockridge, Dalton Murphy, Victrix, Argent Deers, Shaky Hands Workshop, Axel, Kevin W, Anna S, Fallout McFly, Networkgate, Golty, Wandering Wastelander, Lanthar, Captain Awesome, Citizen Girl, Heather Henderson, Patrick Ruda, 23 Icefire, Jay Smith, Bowser Double Frang, Digital Aardvark, Christy Mellon Schwitz. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and have a great day.